Moon river, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Dream maker, heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going that way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a crazy world to see. Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be with you. Well, I just had to break into song because I've been sitting here studying the astrology for today, and I've been looking at the moon because, you know, moon's a big part of the astrology. And I got a really cool pendant here. This is the moon phases. Isn't that cool? And that got me singing Moon River, which is one of my favorite songs. I think it's written by Henry Mancini, and it was in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. I love it. A lot of people sang it. Audrey Hepburn did a beautiful version of it, and Perry Como did a version of it. Dean Martin, I think all the stars did it. But I said, Psychic Bob's got to do Moon River. Now, I didn't ever claim to be Sade. I only said I was psychic, okay? So anyways, I'm glad you're here. Well, you know, it's Monday, and that means, hold on, I gotta get my chair sorted here, that we're ready to do horoscopes. That's right. And for those of you who are new here, this is our kind of our Monday tradition at Spirit Channel. I stop and look at all the transits, and I look at the patterns of the stars and see what's going on for you. So today we're going to talk about the transits, and then we're going to have individual horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. So you want to stay with us, okay? Anyways, I'm just glad you're here. And by the way, I got to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came to yesterday's video. Last night we did the witching hour, and we had a great turnout. It was a lot of fun. I want to thank all of you for coming out to the show. And if you didn't see that, that's okay, because we have it in tape relay, and it's in the queue right before this one. On Sunday, we do it as a live show. But if you can't make it for whatever reason, you can watch it the next day and replay. So anyways, I'm just glad you're here, you know. Well, we're going to jump into all the transits and see what the stars have for you. So let's jump right in here. Let's see what we got going on. Well, I'm going to tell you, today is Monday. By the way, I should also say that all the information in this video is for the time period of Monday, March the 4th, 2019 through Sunday, March the 10th, 2019. So the 4th through the 10th of March, 2019. Okay, so there you go. So here we are at Monday the 4th, and I got to tell you, this is a great day. We've got our sun in the sign of Pisces right now, and our moon in the sign of Aquarius. This ramps up a lot of psychic energy. We also have our sun conjunct Neptune, which is going to be happening all week, and I'll talk about that in a second, and our moon square Mars and Venus square Uranus. What this means is this is Psychic Power Day. You want to really listen for those inner messages today, because with that sun in Pisces, that moon in Aquarius, and that sun conjunct Neptune, we are in psychic power mode. I am telling you. Now, what's really fascinating is that it's rare that we get multiple days of psychic power. But this week, this is a high power week, because on Tuesday, we're also going to have a psychic power day. Now, before we get into that, though, let me talk about a conjunct. We got an interesting conjunct going on this week. The sun is conjunct Neptune all week long until Friday. And what this means is that the sun is bringing super high focused power to Neptune energy, which is that deep psychic sense. So if you've never been psychic, or maybe you want to develop psychic energy, this week is a great week for anybody who wants to kind of tune into that energy. It's just a great week for it. If you've been saying, gee, Bob, I've been slow in my psychic growth, well, this week, you're going to pick it up, okay? Sun conjunct Neptune is a power aspect for psychics and for anybody trying to do psychic development. In fact, if you're saying, well, I'm not psychic, listen this week to that inner voice, because you never know. It might give you something valuable, okay? A voice to listen to, your inner voice. Okay, now, going into Tuesday, as I said, we're continuing on with our Psychic Power Day. We've got our moon in Aquarius still, our sun again conjunct Neptune, and our Saturn is conjunct Pluto. That Saturn conjunct Pluto gives us a lot of clear logic for long distant visions. This again, another psychic power to listen to your inner voice, look at the long term, trust what you get. Okay, now going into Wednesday, we're going to have our moon move over into Pisces. This just again further highlights that psychic energy. Pisces is a very psychic sign, water sign. Our sun again conjunct Neptune. Mars is trine Saturn, which brings in a lot of fire element for energy of logic. And Saturn is conjunct Pluto, again, long range vision. This is a day where you're going to feel kind of some ranges of emotion, and it may feel a little conflicted with the consciousness of the mind. You might say, well, my mind's telling me this, but my heart's telling me this. Don't let that be a conflict. Both will be in balance on Wednesday. So Wednesday is a day of balance of the mind and the heart, and it won't be hard, but listen to both and you'll figure it out, okay? Same exact energy. Interesting, on Thursday, we don't have a single change in the transit. So again, we've got our Pisces moon, our sun conjunct Neptune, Mars trine Saturn, and Saturn conjunct Pluto. Same as Wednesday, exact same energy, okay? Now, so Wednesday and Thursday are the days for balancing the heart and the mind. Now, when we go into Friday, we're going to have our moon move into Aries. That brings up firepower. That's a little more high-powered energy. Again, we got that sun conjunct Neptune, Mars trine Saturn. What this means is that logic will reign. That Aries energy can tend to stir up emotions, but with the Mars trine Saturn, it balances out to make it very clear focus, not emotional, but clear logic. So Friday, let your logical mind take control. Trust it. You know what you're doing. Going into Saturday, this is another high power day. I tell you, all this week, it's a pretty good week because all the energy stays high on all the fronts. Our moon is still in Aries. Our sun square Jupiter that day. Mars is trine Saturn and Saturn conjunct Pluto. That sun square Jupiter brings in prosperity and money. And with that Saturn conjunct Pluto, people will be on the same page, seeing clearly long-term visions. Saturday is a business success day. For those of you trying to build businesses or close deals or make connections in business, Saturday is our business power day this week, okay? Now, going into Sunday, we've got another great day. I tell you, this whole week, it's really a great week. Our moon is in Aries still, which is that wonderful fire energy. Our sun is square Jupiter, bringing in prosperity. And then our moon is conjunct Uranus. That means people will be inspired. This is a day where you can watch for sudden breakthroughs, particularly in business or finance. It's a day where money may suddenly come to you. So Sunday is a prosperity day in business as well as in personal finance. So anyways, I can't talk. Those are our major transits for the week. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to jump around our big wheel and spin through all 12 zodiac signs. And I want you to listen up because I'm going to give the birth date range after each sign. So if you don't know what sign you are, just listen. Like, for example, Aries is March 21st through April 20th. If your birthday falls in that date range, you are in Aries, okay? Now, I get it every week. People write me, well, Psychic Bob, the other psychic said that Aries started on March 20th, not March 21st. What am I? You're what we call a cusp baby. And that means you were born right on the edge of when signs were switching. Listen to both horoscopes because you're a little bit of both. So it just means you get two horoscopes. Don't let it be a stressor. In time, you'll start to realize you're more of one sign or another. But for now, you get two horoscopes, okay? So let's jump right into it because we got a lot to cover here. Okay, Aries, March 21st through April 20th. You know, Aries, you have the Midas touch this week. Everything you touch literally turns to gold. This is a great week for business as well as romance. If you're an Aries looking to connect to people of power, put yourself out there, be seen. You will land contracts. You will land job offers. This is the week for Aries. Money, money, money. Make money your goal and you'll make it. In romance, you are like gold. People are drawn to you, just can't keep their hands off you, you know. If you're a married Aries, you may have to tell people, hey, I'm already in a relationship. So, you know, back off, okay, because you're going to have a lot of drawing power this week. Also highlighted for Aries this week are issues connected to shopping. So take some of that bling, some of that coin, and go break out and have some fun. Break me off some girl. All right, so your keyword this week, Aries, is prosperity. I'm seeing dollar signs. I'm going to hang out with the Aries. They got all the money this week. All right, our next sign. As I said, I never said I was sane, just psychic. Our next sign is Taurus, April 21st through May 20th. You know, Taurus, this week you're going to have to really work on keeping focus on what you want. A lot of people around you are going to try to pull you in different ways. You keep the balance. You say yes to what you want, no to what you don't want, and keep on your track. Don't let anybody kind of get you off on tangents this week. It's not going to get you ahead by trying to jump around and do 20 things. Stay focused. Be a little eagle-eyed, you know, kind of one-track focus. And I know nowadays everybody's into multitasking. Listen, multitasking is not going to work for you this way. Be on one project, stay on it, focus on it. That's your path to success. In relationships this week, also, you're going to find that, you know, you may find that kind of heart-head balance that we talked about earlier a little challenging. So listen to your partner. It's better right now that, particularly in personal relationship starts, that you listen rather than speak, and you'll keep the peace and you'll really understand more, okay? Also highlighted for Taurus this week are issues connected to travel. So you might want to jump on a plane and go around the world. All right. Your key word this week, Taurus, is balance. Keep the balance. All right. Our next sign, Gemini, May 21st through June 20th. You know, Geminis, you're very in touch with that inner voice this week. All of that air energy and fire energy in the charts this week really is working in your favor. As an air sign, you really are feeling ramped up right now. Go with your gut, trust your instinct, and work. You may be told one thing, but you're just feeling another. Trust it, go with what you got, and you'll find out that in the end you're right. Same thing in relationships. Trust your heart. Don't go by what you've been told or what you think. Go by what you know inside. And that is your key to success this week. Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to socializing, particularly attending parties. So if you get invited, go out, see and be seen. Your key word this week, Gemini, is intuition. Let it rain. Intuition, inner voice. All right. Our next sign is Cancer, June 21st through July 22nd. You know, Cancers, there's a saying, if you want a friend, you got to be a friend. And I feel that this week, Cancer, a lot of people are seeking you out because they need a friend. Be a friend to all these people, because in turn, you're building your social circle, you're building goodwill, and you're building good karma. So this week, you want to focus on being a friend to people. Reach out. There are going to be a lot of people in need, emotional need, maybe even financial need. Be there where you can, as you can. Now, don't burn yourself out. Don't let everybody take your energy, but be there where you can. Keep that balance, okay? You know, in relationships, it's not a great week for romance. It's going to be more friendship focused rather than romance. But that's okay. You've got your hands full, and you'll have a wonderful week, and your social circle expands. And if you are a Cancer who's single and looking for love, remember, the best relationships always start with friendship. Okay. Also highlighted for Cancers this week are issues connected to artistic pursuits or art studies. So maybe you want to go take a class at your, local art gallery and learn about painting, learn about sculpting, something artistic. Be open to art this week. Your key word this week, Cancer, is friendship. Focus on friendship. All right. There we go. Our next sign is Leo, July 23rd through August 22nd. Oh, Leos, I'm telling you, Leos make the best business executives as well as the best movie stars. The reason why is they are able to go out and just shine, perform, see and be seen, and get messages across. This is a week, Leo, where particularly in work, you're going to be called to be the front person. You're going to be called to be the spokesperson. You're going to be asked last minute to do presentations. Jump in, be the artistic performer that you are, and you're going to rock it. You're going to find also in personal relationships this week, Leo, that you are able to help people move beyond the rut. So you may have friends ready to say, oh, I don't know, I'm in a rut. Get them inspired, give them the pep talk, help them to find the path, and you'll be doing a great service and a great spiritual work. Also highlighted for Leos this week are issues connected to local theater. So you might want to join a local theater group and do some acting, or maybe just work in the back, set the lights, do the sound, help with the stage and props. Get involved in theater. It'll be a natural fit for you. Your key word this week, Leo, is perform. Perform. And you're natural performers. All right. Our next sign is Virgo, and that's August 23rd through September 22nd. Virgo, right now your mind is going 100 miles an hour. You're seeing all the possibilities, all the potentials around you. Take that run with it. You might want to keep a notebook because it's like so much is coming through your mind that you may forget what you were thinking just 5 minutes ago. Write down your thoughts, take them and run with it. In the area of relationships this week, also a very good time to sit down and kind of look at your relationship from what are your goals? You know, do you want to move forward? Are you going to get married? Do you want to live together? What is your goal? So think about business goals, relationship goals. In particular, there's a lot of entrepreneurial energy. So if you've been wanting to start your own business, good time to think about making that happen as well. Also highlighted for Virgos this week are issues connected to reading, particularly reading of books. How long has it been since y'all sat down and read a good book? Time to get back to that. Take a visit to your local bookstore and pick up a book. And I'm not talking about Kindle. I want you to get a real book, okay? All right, there you go. Your keyword this week, Virgo, is goals. Make your goals, set them, follow them. Goals. All right, our next sign is Libra, September 23rd through October 22nd. Oh, Libra, I'm telling you, you are up in the stars all week. And this is a good thing, not in an ungrounded way. You're very focused. You have a lot of power of spirit around you, a lot of psychic energy, and you're going to be feeling very in touch with other dimensions and other worlds. It's a really great week for Libras to let that inner mystic come out. Practice being visionary. Listen to your dreams and watch what's going to happen. You go into work this week and you say, wow, I had a dream that my boss needed that report, prepare early, and you go in and start getting stuff ready. Even though he hasn't asked for it, you'll think, well, I'm going to do it. I got a dream about it. And boom, watch out. He comes in the office and says, do you think you can get that report ready? Well, you've just made a gold star because you're already a step ahead. Let that psychic stuff really work for you this week. In the area of personal relationships, also a great week for connecting with others because you're very empathic this week, very intuitive. You're feeling heart to heart, mind to mind, and you've got the balance in both. So this is a great week for friendship and for romance for you. Also highlighted for Libras this week are issues connected to home decor. So if you want to redecorate, put in new furniture, paint the walls, be open to that. Your keyword this week, Libra, is mystical. Ooh, give in to the mystical. You got it. All right. Our next sign, excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. Our next sign is Scorpio. That's October 23rd through November 21st. You know, Scorpios, you've been doing so much of your inner work in the last few months that you've really come into this place of balance and peace. Don't let anybody take away your peace this week. You stay in your reign of power. You know, you may find at work that people are a little chaotic and scattered. That's all right. Let them go their way. Don't get dragged into their drama. You stay within, stay focused. This is really a good week for Scorpios to kind of withdraw from the world and enjoy that inner peace that they've been cultivating. You're going to find that in terms of like relationships, people may ask you to be the voice of peace and reason. They may have a lot of chaos in that, and you're just one word from you brings back balance. So you're going to be in a very powerful role of wisdom keeper, peacemaker, and it won't take a lot of energy. But don't let anybody pull you out of that peace that you've got, okay? Very, very important this week. Also highlighted for Scorpios this week are issues connected to car purchases or transportation purchases. So you need a new car, new truck, new motorcycle. If you live near a lake, maybe you need a new boat. Be open to that. There's a lot of energy available to have a successful purchase in that area this week. Your key word this week, Scorpio, is peace. Be in your place of peace. All right, our next sign is Sagittarius. You know, Sagittarius, right now you are in a place of reflectiveness and appreciation. One of the things that Sagittarius are working on right now is discovering how fortunate they've been. Now, that doesn't mean we don't all have struggles, but Sagittarius, if you look back over this last year, you'll realize that even through the struggles, you received a lot of blessings from the spirit world. So this is a very good week to take stock of what you have, not what you don't have. If you're a Sagittarius looking for work, you know, be open to new beginnings, and there's a lot of job transition energy. And Sagittarius are also going to find that by saying thank you to the universe, they end up receiving more. So if you're a Sag and you say, I'm waiting on some money, I'm waiting on some money, I need somebody, stop and look at what you have. Maybe just being able to watch internet today, you've got enough at least to do that, right? So tell the universe, Mother, Father, God, thank you for the blessings I've received. And you do that, you're opening a chain of energy. Be thankful also in personal relationships, because despite that there could be struggles in other areas, Sagittarius, you're going to find that this week there's a lot of support for you emotionally and spiritually. So you're going to be surrounded by people that want to be part of your journey. So make sure to let them in, let them be part of the journey, share your experience, and be thankful for their friendships. Okay. Also highlighted for you guys this week are issues connected to banking and finance. So if you've been a little tight on the cash, looks like some money's coming. You might want to think about investing, put in a 401k, a new checking or new savings account. Be open to banking issues in a good way. Okay. Your key word this week, Sagittarius, is blessings. Meditate on the blessings. All right. Our next sign, Capricorn, December 22nd through January 19th. You know, Capricorns, I have to tell you, right now, you're having a little struggle because the emotional self is getting in the way of the rational self. Luckily, this week, we've got a lot of transits that are going to bring that balance back. So don't react to anything right now. Kind of stay still. Don't make any rash choices or quick decisions. Take your time. Slow everything down, Capricorn, because what you're going to find is that your logical mind gets back in control. Now, that doesn't mean you don't have any logic or you're crazy, but it means that there are a lot of forces right now pulling you in a lot of directions. Don't give sway to them. You are natural leaders. I've always said Capricorns are the executive, the corporate executives and the world leaders of the Zodiac. And so this week, you want to come back to that leadership power by just slowing down, listening to the inner voice. And you'll see, as I said, as we get into later in this week, particularly Wednesday through Friday, that your logical mind is very powerful. That will come back. Let that reign for you. Same thing in relationships. You may have people around you acting irregular. Just slow down, listen to them, don't react, let them have their say, and in time you'll be able to speak your mind. Don't try to have a fight right now. You're not going to get anywhere. Also highlighted for Capricorns this week are issues connected to home purchases. So might be a good way to buy a house, invest in some land, buy some real estate. Be open to that. Your key word this week, Capricorn, is reason. Work with the mind of reason, not irrationality. All right, our next sign, Aquarius, January 20th through February 18th. Oh, Aquarius, I'm going to hang out with all the Aquarians and the Libras. Aquarians, you're a lot like the Libras. Libras got all that mystical stuff going on. Well, guess what? Aquarians do too. You are going to feel like the spirit world is literally swirling around your head. Just let it be. Don't try to block it or stop it because the spirit world's trying to help Aquarians this week. You're going to be very tuned in, a lot of psychic energy. And if you're Aquarius saying, I want to develop my psychic self, well, listen, this is the week to do it. And if you're like me, I'm an Aquarius. I'm already a psychic. I tell you, I feel like my energy in the spirit world is really stepping up. And I can tell you that's going to be a major energy boost for all Aquarians this week, not just Psychic Bob. So all of you are getting a little psychic boost. This is going to help you not only in business, because you're going to get a sense of how things are going. You're going to have that long-term vision. We got a lot of Pluto energy around you guys this week. And so you're going to be able to see the future. Trust it, run with it, know it. In the area of personal relationships, also, don't get tangled up in the moment, Aquarius, saying, well, they said this and I said that. Stop. Look within, get that heart energy back. Because, you know, Aquarians, our challenge, and I'll speak as an Aquarian, is that we get so up in our head, we forget our emotional self. So, you know how a lot of YouTubers do it? This is the heart side. I love that. Heart. Put that heart energy into the week. And what you're going to find is that Pluto energy alone, that heart energy, is going to allow you to be on the same page with people around you and feel and sense their emotional self as well as their logical self. Also highlighted for Aquarians this week are issues connected to spirit communication. So if you've got a little bit of an inkling that you have that inner medium, let that inner medium come out and work on connections with the spirit world. Great time to visit a spiritualist church or take some psychic development lessons. Your key word this week, Aquarius, is psychic. Let the psychic reign. Love it. All right, our next sign is Pisces, February 19th through March 20th. You know, Pisces, this week you've got to give rein to your own self-love. Pisces, you're so sensitive. Sometimes you get hurt very easily by people. And honestly, because Pisces are so open-hearted, a lot of people, cruel people, hurt them, and it makes hard for Pisces to trust. This week is about letting down barriers, letting people in. You're going to find that this week you really feel a heart-to-heart and a mind-to-mind connection. Again, there we got our heart energy. And let that be the focus in business and in personal relationships. You're going to find that, co-workers start to open up to you this week. And so they're going to come to you personal stuff and open up their heart. You might get invited to their home. Be open to that. Take time to develop friendships and build trust with those around you, because it really is in a positive place and it will not lead to suffering for you. Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues connected to spiritual retreats. So it might be a good time to go to a Zen monastery for a few days and just tune into the cosmos and to your inner light. Your key word this week, Pisces, is trust, with a capital T, trust, and that heart energy too. Oh my gosh, guys, can you believe it? I don't know how we do it. We spun around the whole Zodiac wheel, and there we are. We've covered everything. Listen, I got to say it. I say it every week, but it's true. If you're at a time of challenge in your life, don't give in to despair. Never give in to despair. Just pause, take a deep breath, and look to the stars above us. Because when you look at the sky, especially the night sky, and you see all these stars, remember that that's the wheel of the Zodiac spinning around us. And what that means is that each day brings a new alignment of stars, a new day for blessing and power. And so you can always claim power from the stars. Let the stars be your allies along the way, and you're sure to be blessed. And remember to keep faith, hope, and love in your heart, and you're going to get through. Well, guys, I am so thankful you're here. Listen, keep it here at Spiritual. We've always got more coming. If you want to get on my schedule for a private reading, please call. I'm filling up very quickly. I hope I can still get a few of you in for the week. Give me a call, 703-825-3929. We'll get you in somehow. We'll squeeze you in. And if you can't call me, you want to write me readings at robert-hickman.com. My email and phone number links will be below. But feel free, it's probably easiest to reach me by phone for private sessions. Leave a message if I don't answer or my secretary doesn't answer. 703-825-3929. We'll get you on the schedule, not to worry, okay? You guys are best. I love you. By the way, check out my website, www.psychicbob.com. Isn't that great? I got that website so everybody can finally remember it. I still have robert-hickman.com. That's my official website for years, but I changed it to psychicbob.com because people couldn't remember the other. But you can remember psychicbob.com. Anyways, check out my website and reach out to me and let's connect. I always say I love to do private reading because, private reading, you and I get to sit down for a full hour, you and me, one-on-one. We talk about everything, past, present, future, spirit guides, messages from deceased loved ones. We look at your life mission, what you're here to do, and I answer all your questions. So if you want to get on my schedule for a reading, give me a call, 703-825-3929. That number will be in the box below. Guys, thanks for being here. I love you. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow, Tuesday, it's going to be messages from the spirit world. So send me your questions. You can write to me in my email, as I link below, or put your question in the comment box below. And there's no charge to be on messages from the spirit world, but send me your questions and we'll see what the spirit has for you guys tomorrow. I love you. Thanks for being here. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, may you all always blessed be.